Hi guys, just trying to get set up here. All my technical stuff.
Alrighty. Figured it out.
Looks like everything may be working right now.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the chat room. Are these all the chats from right now? Look, are your wigs real hair? George, that's a great question. The answer is a few of them are real hair. Um, most of them are not real hair. Real hair wigs can cost, $800, $900. And so if you want to have a variety, which I like a variety, I like to have a lot of different lengths and colors and styles. So most of them are not. That's a great question. A couple of them are, and you really need to take good care of them because they're expensive. Um, do I have a favorite eyeshadow? Uh,
And Selma?
and Selma. You know what? I like the mattes because I am old and I have really wrinkly skin, and so I try to keep a lot of the shimmer off of my eyes, where you'll see every wrinkle. I'm about three wrinkles from being a Sharpay, so the mattes really um, work good. But I have a Marc Jacobs eyeshadow palette that I really like. But really, what I'm using the most of is literally uh, just from Ulta, and I love this kind of burgundy with my skin tone and everything else. It's actually called Courtney of all things. So this is my favorite eyeshadow, and I do wear eyeshadow almost all of the time. So that's a great question. Did you ever have anger because you had to hide yourself? Gosh, DZ. Oh, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Um, you know what? I never woke up angry because I wasn't a girl. But there have been days I woke up angry because I wasn't normal, meaning that I couldn't just think the same thoughts that everybody else was. I couldn't just go watch football with the guys and go home and just sit on the couch and do nothing. Always I'm driven by I got to go wash the wig. I got to go style this. I got to go buy this. I've got to go do whatever. And it's exhausting. It's exhausting to live two lives and live one of them privately and in the shadows. And it sometimes when I get tired, I get frustrated that there's so much on my plate all the time. That's a really thoughtful question. Thank you for asking that. How do you balance being a dad with being a trans woman? That's a super Dino Thuman 2 LU. That's a great question.
Thank you for
And
joining, everyone.
yeah, thank you for being here, guys. I'm just really discovering that right now. I've only been out to my children for the last couple of years, and so we've been hiding it between now and then. But the truth is, my
Thank you,
kids
Sriracha
have
Queen,
been,
for the rose.
oh, that's so sweet. My kids have just been fantastic. They still refer to me as dad. My daughter and I went, she asked me, my oldest daughter, shortly after I told her, she invited me to go get our belly buttons pierced together. And when we were there, the lady said, okay, who's going to go first? And I said, well, I'm the dad. I'm always going to do all the painful things first. And so, that's the relationship that we have. And they have been great to me and made me feel amazing. And so it's been good. Um, what was the clip thing you used earlier? The clip thing, this is for putting on fake eyelashes. So you put the little fake eyelash in there and you doop doop doop. But because my eye shape is kind of different and my eyelashes are really curly and short, I actually clip them on gently onto my eyelashes and just let it's very light, and just let it hang there, and it just pulls my eyelid to a natural shape, and then I can do my eyeliner and that kind of stuff. So if I don't use this, I get glue in there and I end up picking it and digging it and pulling out a lot of eyelashes. I do a lot of damage that way. So this I found so far. Oh, although I did just buy this tool here at Ulta, and this is a tool that I've used a couple of times, and it's rubber. It's very flimsy. It's rubber, and you just literally just pull your eyelashes down here, and as my eyes get more stable and not so fluttery, and I can control them. I've actually had several successful applications with this little bendy tool too, which is probably less aggressive than this. Slower, but less aggressive. So that's a great question. Do you take? I know I just skipped a question. Am I religious? I'm actually very spiritual. I don't know religious. I'm very spiritual. well, we can get into that, more later. But yes, I believe that, everybody, I think, should have a spiritual side to them. Whether or not you go to church or claim loyalty to any group of people, that's kind of up to you. But I think you should definitely claim loyalty to yourself. And for me personally, that means being accountable to a higher source, being responsible, being accountable, and holding myself to a different standard. So that is okay. I need to go. And would you
Thank you, viewers.
Yes, thank you for these questions, Hun. Could you,
TikTok.
while I get in with the makeup, would you read me the questions and I'll try to keep answering them. I'm terrible at doing multiple things at the same time, but I'm gonna try.
Do you take hormones?
Yes, I do take hormones. I've been on hormones for about 6 years, maybe 6 or 7 years, and hormones have been the difference for me personally. So, if something happened and they came in and said you can no longer dress or whatever, I would say that's fine, but don't take my hormones away, because mentally, when my hormones are gone, I'm not a stable person. I don't become dangerous. I'm just not happy. I'm simply not happy. The conflict in my mind and my body is constant. It's unrelenting. But on hormones, I just go. I just get to a very, very stable, happy place, and I treat everybody different. I treat myself different. So hormones are so, so important. As anybody with a thyroid problem knows, your hormones are critical, critical, critical. So if you're trans, if you know someone who's trans, the first question I would ask is, hey, are you on hormones? Do you have a good doctor? Have you figured that deal out? And the truth is, and the truth is, um, most doctors don't know a lot about the hormones. I started myself on hormones, and so when I went to the doctor and told them what I was doing, they said, "Oh, well, okay. Well, is that working? Do you want to stay on that dose?" So I literally have adjusted my own dose all the way through since I've taken hormones, and the doctors just write the prescription that I ask for. Now, having said that, I'm on a much, much lower dosage than I think most transgender people are on, especially who are transitioning full time. So, if you when I get my blood work done, it actually shows that I'm in a completely normal range. I'm on a very, very low end of the testosterone for a man, and I'm on a very high end of estrogen for a man, but I'm still within what they consider to be a healthy range. It's just very crazy that even the smallest doses affect my body so much, and I've grown breasts and the whole deal, and so my body has just responded to hormones like no other. Thank you.
And are people mean to you?
No, people are not mean to me. I go in very controlled places. I'm in very controlled situations, especially if my wife and my family is with me. I don't want to put any of us in a dangerous situation. People are not always nice. They're not always kind, but they don't understand. And if you don't like me, it's only because you don't understand me. If you understood, I would literally take this sweater off and give it to you. So and that's what I hope this is about. I hope that these questions and getting some more information will help you feel different about people just trying to live their best life. Great questions.
Have your kids faced any backlash from you being trans? That's something that we would have to ask them. As far as I know, they haven't, but they could be sheltering us too.
Well, I think that we'll know now. This is what our fourth
True.
our fourth stream, and so we just noticed after our last stream that all of a sudden there's a bunch of our friends and our children's friends now who have who have joined or so we don't know the backlash yet, and we're a little bit worried about that, just because we don't want to put them in a situation that's compromising. We don't want them to have to go find new friends, and it probably won't be their friends. It'll be their friends' parents. We live in a very very conservative, very religious community, and that hasn't fared well so far in within the community. So I don't know what the backlash is going to be from the parents. I mean, we're not worried about the friends. Their friends are very cool, but the parents do raise some concern. So We're going to be crossing that bridge very quickly. Thank you for asking that.
A couple questions that are similar. Have you found a balance, or are you still trying to figure it out? And how do you balance being a dad with being a trans woman?
Have I found balance? I feel like I'm pretty balanced, but I bet you everybody says that. I bet everybody feels balanced. But let me take that back. I feel balanced now that I'm doing this. No, I didn't feel balanced before this. I didn't feel balanced hiding all the time. I didn't feel balanced hiding it from my kids and dressing so little and thinking about it so much. No, that didn't feel balanced at all. And it made me short and irritable and probably unkind, much less patient than I should have been. So since I've quit my job and am doing this, and I dress when I want, and I go where I want, and I do what I want, I yes, there's tremendous balance and peace inside me. I don't know yet what it's can do for the whole family, but so far it really feels good. It really feels healthy so far. Thank you for that question.
Somebody commented that you have nice eyes. I agree.
Oh, thank you. What I'm doing here, this is actually a brown mascara. Today I got started a little bit early because I haven't been finishing except for the very, very end. So you haven't been able to see the wig and the whole thing only for a couple of minutes. And so I got started a little bit early today, where you would have noticed that I have almost no eyebrows, no eyelashes. They're very blonde, almost albino. They have a hard time holding product, which is a blessing and a curse. For girls, that would be a curse. For me, it's a blessing because as a man, you couldn't see my eyelashes or eyebrows in either way. So I could trim them and pluck them the way that I want to, and then I put a brown mascara on them, and then finally you could see them in the shape that I have them shaped in. And so it really works out nice for me to have such a blonde body hair, I guess.
Oh, someone sent us a rose. I'm sorry I missed you.
Oh my gosh, thank you. How sweet is that?
Yeah, thank you. Cloud Gazer 123, thank you.
Cloud gazer.
Thanks for
I
the
love
new
that.
joiners.
Hey, I'm gonna ask too in just a little bit. I'm gonna ask. I was going through and looking at some of our followers, and I was seeing like Cloud Gazer, not particularly that one, but the different names, and I was going, gosh, what does this person like? What is a cloud gazer like? And I was starting to click on the profiles to see, what those names actually meant. And I want to talk about that a little bit today. So I'm going to be asking you,
Thank you
you
for
know,
the hearts.
oh, thank you, how you came up with a username, and does it mean anything? Does your username represent you in any way whatsoever? That would be my question to you. How hard was it to pick a username? That is my question.
What is your most expensive makeup?
Most expensive, a Mac probably.
Yeah.
My Mac makeup is probably the most expensive. Which
Is
is
that your favorite?
um I like the Mac lipsticks because they're very, very smooth, extremely smooth, and um but they don't stay on as long as I would like. What I found just recently, I found this CoverGirl system. So they got this. I wish I would have saved the packaging, and my eyes are so bad I can hardly read the product. But the bottom line is, so this is a stain you put on first. In fact, I'm going to leave this out. I'll put this on in just a minute. And then after that, you go and you put on this little coat of deliciousness. It's just like a gloss over that. And then it stays really good. It stays for, hours and hours. And I've just discovered these things, and they're so delicious. So I'll try those. Those are CoverGirl, like 24-hour something or another. I don't know, but I can put on glasses and I'll read you that product.
Bahusafu said that his name is the best, and Cloud Gazer said that boyfriend suggested this name.
The boyfriend suggested the name.
Hello, Nickelback. We like that name.
Nickelback, way to go.
And Punchy Palomino. Thank you for coming on, guys. And we
Yes,
have
thank you.
answered some of the questions
Yeah,
that have been asked. If you're on hormones.
Hormones, yes, yes, definitely hormones.
Yep.
I would encourage that for everybody who is feeling knock themselves. I made a hormone comment on our very first stream that I don't know got taken the right way.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, how fun is that?
Wow.
Like a little thing, like a heart.
Very
No,
sweet. Thank
that was
you.
so sweet. Um, and I mentioned that when I started taking hormones, my headaches went away 100%, and just so many things changed for me when I personally took my hormones. And that doesn't mean that they're going to change for everybody. It doesn't mean, my experience is only based on, my biology and what I need. But I made the comment that my doctor told me that when they get people on the right hormones, usually those people who, now I'm talking about, gender non-conforming people. I'm not talking about every person and the different problems they have, but people who deal with this issue specifically, most of the self-destructive behavior stops, cutting and pulling hair out and stuff. That is not typical for every person, but it's just interesting that when they get balanced that way, all of a sudden hurting themselves is no longer important or no longer a way of coping with anything. Although I've never, been into hurting myself, I could sure, I feel enough conflict. I could sure see how that could happen. No doubt about that. So really, I'm gonna put on some eyeshadow right now. So just so you know, last stream, putting on the eyeshadow had held the most followers of everything the whole time, um, and I don't know why, but I'm gonna use this like burgundy because I kind of always do. It's Courtney color in this palette right here, but although I'm gonna start trying some new things because we're gonna start doing some different wigs, some different clothes. Maybe we'll start putting some different racks out here, and you can just kind of decide what I'm gonna wear, and I'll put my makeup on, based on those things and the wig colors and everything else. Another really fun thing that we're gonna start doing, and I've been excited to tell you about this, but I had to clear it with my daughters first. But I've got two daughters, and what we're going to do is we're all going to take a product, probably one of the products that I use. Let's say it's foundation, but we're all going to take the product that I use and we're all going to apply it at the same time. So you're going to get a nice review. So my youngest is 15, so she's in her teens, and I have my next daughter's in her 20s, Henry's in her 40s, and I just became into my 50s. So you're going to be able to see a lot of different skin, types and different stages, and see how that product performs on the different skin. So it's gonna be like four reviews all at one time, all right next to each other, so you can really see. And I've been very very excited to tell you about that. So we just barely decided that that would be something that we would enjoy doing together. So we are gonna end up doing that.
Someone recommended you do a live with another TikToker.
Ooh, yeah, that would be fun.
So if anyone wants to do that, let us know.
Then let me know. But I need to figure out how to do that, how to do that with another TikToker. But we'll figure that out. If somebody wants to do that, then we'll definitely figure it out. So when I put on eyeshadow at first, I'm pushing it in because my skin is made of Teflon. I don't know why. But if I were just to brush it, it would just go on very, very thin and light, and then it would just fall off. So at first, I'm actually pushing it in, is what I'm doing right now. And then I'm going to brush it in just a few seconds. But I want to get it in first. I need to get a stable base, or I will lose it here in the next little bit.
What are your pronouns that you use?
That was a great question. So my pronouns are just depend on how I'm presenting. If I'm presenting as a boy, then I'm he and or Kevin. And if I'm presenting once I put on a dress or a wig, then I would be she or her. But you can always call me they or them. It did for me personally. It's not that important because I'm still living, both genders. So I would say it's probably the most safe to just address people by their presentation at that time would probably be the most safe. But we don't get really caught up in the pronouns because it would be too confusing because of me going back and forth. Um, but that's really a great question. What I'm gonna do right now is now I know that the eyeshadow was not blended in very well yet, but I want to put on my highlighter right above my brow first because that way I can blend it into that as well. So what I do is I've got this base, this really, really light base, It's just a real. It's just a base.
A couple people said use primer for your eyeshadow or concealer before, and that brings out the color.
Okay. Is there a favorite that you would recommend? I
Well,
have.
I don't use eyeshadow because I can't do it very well, so I can't suggest that. Someone will have to
Yeah. Any of
suggest
you out
that for
there
you.
have a? I've tried a couple, but if you have one that you really love, I'd be in on that deal. So what I do is I like to just put this just right, kind of in the right where my eyebrow bends, right to crease. I just like to put just a little bit right there, just a little highlight, just right there. And I know it's not a lot, but I'm gonna blend it in just a second with my eyeshadow. You know what? I'm
When
getting really hot. I'm gonna have to take the sweater off.
when did you first know you were different?
That's a great question. I don't have I don't have a memory where being beautiful didn't influence my thinking. From when I was this big, I thought, wow, that is something that would be good for me. You know, I'm so old. Back then, there was no information, and I never felt it was wrong. I never felt bad about it, and I was never told that it was wrong because nobody was talking about it. And so I just accepted that, wow, I understand that world and I understand this world. And so I just watched this world from afar, you know, and as my access to this world grew, well, then so did my development into that world. So I've never had thoughts where it didn't, govern my thinking to some degree. And I've never, ever felt bad about it um, because nobody said it was good or bad. I didn't know. I didn't know that, there's other people outside of me. So that's a great.
A lot of people keep asking about
There's because on gosh, it's wrong. What I need to repent. And
this
it's
is
the bottom. Yeah, who you love, just who you are. And I think everything outside of the Ten Commandments is a business model. It's a business model of that church or that community, and we all have to gravitate to the churches or the communities that support not only us but all of our people. And if that church or community doesn't support all your people, well, it may be the right church. It may be the only true church, but it's not the right church for me or my people. The question is not, is it the right church? The question is, can somebody have the relationship with their creator, with their maker, if they believe that their creator is disappointed and unhappy with them? Is that possible to have the relationship that I need with God if I walked around saying, "Oh my gosh, God is so disappointed with you. God hates this. You're literally just an embarrassment to God." And who's going to be healthy? Who can be happy? Who can have that relationship and a spiritual experience if that's really what they thought? So, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the church says. It matters that I think it'd be very difficult to have a relationship with God that I want to have and feel like he was unhappy with me. He made me, he knows exactly who I am. And I don't, I don't fear one bit that moment when we meet. And probably the first thing I'm going to say is thank you. Thank you for such an amazing ability to understand things that meant the most to me. And I mean, I feel like I have the unfair advantage. I feel like my perspective is just so different. Um, and so, yes, I'm religious, but I am There's a church in Vegas that's been very very incredible for me and my family, and we attend regularly, and I've very very happy with that.
Good. It's good. If you were deserted on an island, well, no, that doesn't make sense. But your two favorite products, the must haves, if you could only have two, what would they be?
Two products. It would probably be oh gosh, probably be either my brows, my lashes, or my lips. Can I have three? Like
You can borrow mine.
probably lashes, probably mascara, and lips stuff. Now, what I do have on my lips, and I'll show you. I'll put on one more coat really quick before I take it off. This is a lip plumper. This one's called Pillow Plump, and so sometimes I'll put this on at the beginning or just before I do my makeup, and it tingles like the dickens, as it makes those lips just a little bit bigger and full. My lips are not that full, but super tingly and kind of fun and sparkly, but all of a sudden I get these super delicious lips. At least that's how it feels because it's so tingly. That's the reality. Okay, now I'm gonna put on a little bit of mascara on the bottom lashes, and then I'm gonna. No, I'm not. No, no, I'm not. I'm gonna put on my lashes first, because what happens a lot is I have problems with the fake lashes, and then it gets the mascara all bleeds in, or the glue sticks down here, and I've got to kind of start all over with the foundation under my eyes and also those bottom lashes. So I like to put on these eyelashes prior to putting mascara on my bottom lashes.
One more people asked if you take hormones, and yes.
Yes, I do take hormones. Absolutely. I take patches and pills. Pills are a lot cheaper. Patches are very expensive. Patches are by far the best way to go. It's the best delivery system for the body. It doesn't go through your organs, where pills are going to have to go through your organs. And I avoided that for a long time, but it's also very very spendy. So, patches are the way to go if you can, but pills are estradiol little pills are very very inexpensive if you can't afford the patch. But once you take hormones, you have to realize that you're going to develop some breast, and so with those hormones, you have to start wearing a binder. So that's not always comfortable, because it's not just, oh look, I'm wearing a bra that's supporting my chest. No, no, no. Especially if you're in a suit, you're wearing a binder that is sucking you in extremely tight, and sometimes you got to go in the bathroom and loosen it or taking it off, because it can literally constrict your breathing. So depending on how big your chest gets, um, yeah, a binder is a thing. But I'll tell you what, it's okay. That's okay. I would rather wear a binder than not be on hormones. 100%, 100%. Going back to the island question, I would trade the mascara and the lipstick for hormones if that was an option. That's the bottom line.
Do you have to take hormones for the rest of your life?
Um, I don't know. I don't know at what age they stop being effective. Hmm, I think so. I think so. I don't know. I'm kind of steering my doctors on this, and so they've never mentioned how long I'll be on them, or what. They just say, "Hey, how are you feeling? Do you want to just keep that up? Same prescription. Okay, great. Here you go." But they may feel different if I was on really high doses of anything. But I'm not on high doses of anything, and that also is very good, for other issues, other necessities. Okay, so I put the glue on both of those lashes, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this torture device. So this little clip of this little torture device from Ardell's is for clipping this onto that lash and then placing it on. But I can't with my little fluttery short lash curly Q, lashes. So that's not an option. So what I am going to do is it's for my left, I'm going to put this on here, and then while it hangs there for 1 second, I'm going to put this glue. This is another glue. It's a different type of glue. And I'm just going to put it right along the lash line here. Really, for me personally, it's as much on my lid as it is on my lashes, just because I have so much lid. And then this is going to dry, and it's going to become very, very tacky.
Do you like drugstore makeup or highlighted makeup?
I do like highlighted makeup, and I'm going to show you what I like in just 1 second. Um, Most of what I use, except for MAC and a couple things, could be bought at the drugstore, which is good. But the truth is, I haven't tried probably a lot of the good stuff yet. I've tried a lot of the bad stuff. I can tell you a lot of stuff that won't work for me. But this is a fan. This is seriously about the best thing. One of the best things I have right here. If I get a lot of fallout from eyeshadow, just blow it away. You don't drag it across your face. So this fan, I use the dickens out of that fan right there.
So we have a question from
Okay.
Big Shot. B1G dot shot. If you were to make 3 wishes like Genie, what would they be? And thank you for the heart. Thank you.
Oh, how sweet. Thank you guys. 3 wishes. 3 wishes. Why am I like? I'm like looking to you like,
It's
babe.
because I need to leave the room. So you can
No,
answer.
no, no. It's because I feel like you know me probably in some ways better than I know myself, and you're like, no, that's not what you'd wish for. You'd wish for bigger jubblies or something.
Well, someone commented about those, by the way. And you can flash them if you want. They're
Um,
sad, so if you flash them, they'd be happier.
there's sad people that are watching this.
Well, someone said I'm sad. You can flash me.
Oh my gosh. Well, can I give you a rose? I don't even know what that deal's about. I'm sorry you're sad. Um, 3 wishes. 3 wishes. Gosh. I, I mean, I want to answer. I don't want to sound superficial either, but
Okay.
I'm gonna have to come back. I'm gonna have to come back on that because that's. It's interesting that
I
you asked that
can
right
I
now.
can go and
No, you're
get.
not going. You're not going. It's interesting that you asked that because right now I'm in this place where now for 2 weeks I don't have a job. I don't answer to anybody. I wake up. I do what I want. I wear what I want, and I literally get to have the life or create the life that I want. So I feel like I am this genie that just came out of this bottle, and I get to create whatever it is I want. And I'm in this moment of, okay, okay, so what are you going to create? What does that life look like? What's next? Now what? And so those 3 wishes, it's a much more difficult question you ask because I'm in that moment, and I
Alright.
I just I need to
Thank you
come
for the
back because
confetti.
that's a very important question, and I have the ability to do some of those wishes, and I just want it to be right. I want it to be right for me. I want it to be right for my family. I want it to be right for my future, and I want it to be right for the public. I feel like I have a responsibility to represent this in a way that helps people understand and pulls people in, doesn't push people away. Because again, if you don't like me, it's because you don't understand me. I would never ever harm you or do anything to leave you worse than I found you ever. This doesn't hurt at all when I put that little clip on there. It doesn't hurt at all. It's actually quite clean. I wish you could get up close and see that.
Thank you for the
It
flowers.
really makes it so easy to apply the glue, apply the eyeliner, and apply this lash. It makes it very easy to do that. Eyelashes are a pain in the neck,
Thank you.
but they're
again for
so
the
amazing.
joiners.
I love it.
I love all you guys. Thanks for liking
What a sweet.
everything.
These are some great questions. They're like,
A lot of people are asking about your pronouns again. Oh, I forgot to answer do you like drugstore makeup or highlighted makeup?
yes. The answer is yes. Most of my makeup I can purchase in the drugstore. Um, and I do like a highlighter. I'm going to do the highlighter in just a minute.
Or highlighted makeup?
Is that what the highlighted makeup?
There is some
See,
highlighted
look how
makeup.
look how easy that went on, and how clean.
Nice job.
Mm-mm.
Such a good day when that
It
happens.
is a good day when that happens, yes. So I'm gonna just push this right here. So yes, drugstore. You'll probably see me in there buying something like that. Now, clamp those there. Oh, hello, Gorge. So
I'm
what I
not
need to do
sure what
now,
this stuff means. I'm not very good
I need
about
to kind of blend out this right
fixing
here. My
stuff.
lighting is weird, so it looks like it's really uneven. When I look in my mirror here, it looks more even than it looks on the camera. So I'm going to try to blend this out a little bit more. So you really shouldn't be able to see any real lines. It should just be, oh, what a beautiful color. And
Do you have a favorite highlighter?
yes, I use this, the highlighter that I'm liking right now. It's called Glow Kit. Glow Kit.
Yes,
Anastasia, Beverly Hills. So this is, and it's a beautiful kit. Look at this. It's a beautiful. So it's so pretty, and you put it on, you're like, boop.
Anastasia.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Let me show you just 1 minute. Okay, now I'm gonna do some mascara on the bottom. Did it blend even
do
on
you
camera? Kind of. Mm.
do you buy stuff for Alyssa when you're dressed as Kevin?
Yes, nonstop. I can't not. I don't buy stuff for Kevin when I'm Kevin. Andrea buys stuff for Kevin. I really like the majority of my clothes. She buys. Um, yes, because Alyssa's always needing something. Oh, something's always not working. I'm always trying to figure out something. And
Big Shot said that he's glad you're happy, or she. I don't know if it's a
oh,
boy or girl.
thank you,
It's whatever awaits you.
thank you so much.
Somebody asked if you can ever go goth. Yes.
Yes,
Will you ever do goth makeup?
yes, yes. And I've got a beautiful, beautiful long black wig. It's like really, it's long and curly and super amazing. So yes, we'll do the goth. We can do that
Yes.
right away. Absolutely.
Yes. You know, it's funny. Somebody mentioned your hands, and that is one of the things that you are self-conscious about. Sometimes is your hands.
They mentioned them in what way?
That you have man hands.
I do have man hands. I have a whole man body. You see the difficulty of it. This really is the a really hard part of this because transgender means that you want to live a beautiful life. That you understand pretty things and delicate things and gentle things, and that's a vibration and an energy that you excel in. And so when you're trying to have a beautiful experience and an ogre of a body, it can become very frustrating. It can feel hopeless. And this is when people get in trouble with suicide and everything else. Depression comes when you come to the conclusion that things will never ever be better than they are right now. It's never going to be better, and it's just always going to be better for me. I'm always going to have big hands, but I'm always going to be getting better at something else. I'm always going to have huge shoulders. That's my reality. But I'm getting bigger boobs a little bit, and then that's it. I'm just saying, babe. I do have big hands, but
I'm
when
gonna cover my hands.
are there some hand haters out
I
there?
have nervous. I'm a nervous person, so sometimes I pick and bite and peel off my polish. So my hands could look just
What's
big.
nice for hands is the nails, and I'm going to start wearing nails actually a lot more. Let me even show you the system that I have. It's pretty much genius, but I'm going to start wearing nails because with long nails, your fingers look a lot more narrow, a lot skinnier. Um, and nails are just the best. Like nails are the absolute best. I love nails. I love lashes. These are things that make me happy all the time.
The comment was from a man who was jealous of your hands. You're okay. You okay? Yes, we're okay. I love this.
Okay, I'm gonna do a little highlighter right now. Well, let me do a little contouring first. So I've got a lot of different contours. Um, right now, actually, I'm just still gonna use this Anastasia contour as well. I've got several, but I'm still breaking this one in right here, so I want to get good at it first. And then I've got this contour brush right here. Maybe can I before I do this, I want to take my sweater off.
Okay.
Because
Put
I'm
your hair on.
I'm feeling.
Want to do that?
Yeah, I could put a wig on right now. Well, let me contour around my hairline.
Then you could take your sweater off.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me. So when you're wearing a wig, I'd like to put some contour around my hairline right here, and I know a lot of girls do this around their hairline anyway, even when they're not wearing a wig. But it really helps blend in everything.
Okay.
So I'll do this, and then I'll take the sweater off before I melt. Again, I'm trying to kind of push it into my skin a little bit.
We have a comment from Official Frankie.
Ooh, Official Frankie. I wondered who the
I'm
Official
male
Frankie
to
was.
female.
Nice.
Came out 4 years ago, but only just started being myself.
Congratulations, number one.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Word. That's so strong. That's so powerful. I hope that you've got many, many years ahead of you to master that craft. So congratulations. I support you so much.
Yes. It's so amazing.
What
male
for
to female and somebody's
no, I was going to ask that person, for after 4 years, what has been the most difficult part for you? What part, if you said, hey, how would you handle this, or can you help me get over this? What would that question be? Is there some information that you think would be super helpful to you?
Angela Marie's started hormones at 14, legal name change in all, female at 16, post-op at 22. Wow.
That's great. What is fantastic is that people are becoming so much more aware now. And so these kids, when they're coming out at 5 and 6 and 7 saying, hey, look, I wasn't built for this other environment. This other environment is dangerous for me. I don't belong there. I won't survive there. This is the environment that I need to survive in. It's so special that we're to the place now that they can go through the right puberty. What's made it difficult for me and probably most trans people is that once you experience that puberty, everything that says, "Hey, I'm a girl," is gone. The body mass, the size, the voice, the hands, everything comes during that stage, which is why I'm so against transgender girls playing sports because there is simply a physical advantage that comes from that, and we're not very far away, maybe 10 years, maybe 15 years, where the transgender people are going to experience the puberty that they're going to be able to live in forever. So I believe that you should only get to physically compete with people that you experience the same puberty with. So I know that's difficult for a lot of people, and a lot of people do not agree with me on that. But the bottom line is, when you're talking about physical competition, if there's any unfair advantage that can come from having gone through a male puberty, then it's simply not fair, to compete that way. So I'm so happy that the younger people are getting to experience the puberty that's going to allow them to look and feel. It won't be questioned. They're not going to have to get online and beg for people's understanding because people never know because they're just living their best life and being huge contributors with big confidence and big goals and all these aspirations and ambitions that are just healthy and helpful. And it's the rest of us who are going, I've got big hands, but I'm wearing a dress, so I need to explain that. And I'm so happy where we're going as a society. Okay, let me take this sweater off if that's okay.
Yeah. So Official Frankie says that telling my family and letting my old self go and being free. Congratulations. That's really
that's so strong.
Awesome thing.
That's so strong. That's so inspiring.
Somebody
Thank you for
said,
sharing
what
that.
up? good point. Finally releasing my true self. Official Frankie. A lot of new joiners. Thank you. Can I help you with anything? Okay. Allyssa. These happens. I'm bad with pronouns. I've been calling her Allyssa and Kevin for the last 20-some years. Well, not really, because names came a little bit later.
So this wig is real human hair.
Ooh.
It's real human hair, and I've had it dyed different colors a couple of times. This is my favorite. I need to probably wash it and clean it up again. I like to keep my wigs super healthy with the right products on them. So it's probably due for a scrubbing and a restyling. So, but this is one of my favorite ones.
I need to learn what all these things mean.
Oh, like cards and things.
Super amazing. And I feel like this is in obviously a different language, but hello, hi. Greetings from Russia. That's what I was gonna say.
Really?
I have a friend from Russia. That's so awesome.
You've got a Russian friend?
I'm so excited. And Rachel Phillips, thank you for joining. Lots of new people. Greetings from Russia. I love that.
I love that too.
It's so fun.
Yay.
Thank you for joining, everyone. Oh, look at you, babe.
Mm-mm-mm.
So pretty.
Got some hair. Got a lot of it in my face. Okay, let's do some highlighter too. Thank you for helping. Kind of tucked it under there.
There you go. Cute, cute.
I need to show a little more forehead. Get a little more foreheady. Okay, so highlighter.
Somebody said you have been laying with your guts out for a long time. Local gangsters don't like. I've heard that.
Say that again.
Greetings from Toronto, Ontario. Holy cow.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for the new joins. It's so exciting. Wow.
Okay, so this is the highlight. This is the highlighter that I'm gonna use. So watch in here how it just pops. Okay, you're gonna like this. I like to blend these two here.
Thank you for the new joins.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, tell us where you guys are from so we can do a shout out to where you're from. I love that.
Look at this. It's like a ski slope. It's amazing.
It's pretty.
So Russia, Canada? That's great.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Is the T in Toronto silent? Oh, Fargo, hello. That's so fun.
Fargo.
Whoa.
North Dakota.
North Dakota, thank you.
That's so good too. Thank you for being here.
Germany, greetings.
I'm gonna do this lighter one. These lighter colors, I like to mix them and put a little bit on my forehead. A little bit right on the end of my nose right here.
Love from the UK. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome.
That is so sweet.
Thank you. This is really cool, you guys.
So fun. I feel like I didn't contour. Oh, I didn't contour. That's why I feel that way. I'm going to put on just a little light contour. A little light contour. Is there any more questions, love?
I'm getting nervous.
You are?
I'm sweating. I'm so excited from all the new people joining. It's so fun. So pretty, Kev.
Thank you.
Kev, Allyssa.
Gonna just pat this in just a little bit.
Thank you for the rose. I love your wig.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Somebody's commenting about Toronto. So if the T is silent, apparently.
Put this right underneath my cheekbone here. Put a little depth, like my cheeks are sucked in. My cheeks are the opposite of sucked in.
Ellie.
But I
Thanks
want
for
to
joining.
now.
Kuna official said you look so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Red would look amazing on you.
Ooh, red. I do need to do more red. Do a little bit of.
I agree.
You do a little bit of
She
drugstore blush. You can see I've used this a lot. This is just L'Oreal. Man, it seems like when I found a good product, way back then, I just stuck with it. I have so many products that didn't work. So if one even works a little bit, then I gotta just stay with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this right here on my apple. Because of the color of eyeshadow, it's gonna kind of blend all of this in. And I'm just gonna look.
You look amazing in red with a little red sunset eye look from the official Frankie.
Ooh.
This is true.
That sounds amazing. Blend this just a little bit.
Like looking at me from the side.
Really? You've got a great profile.
Thank you. Thank you for the roses.
Thank you so much for the roses.
Thank you for joining.
I'm just gonna blend all this in a little bit.
Hey sis. Talking to you.
Oh. Was that a comment?
Yeah, hey sis. Oh, someone came out at 19 and now 23. It's so amazing. Oh, that's
congratulations.
Frankie, thank you.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna take off this lip plumper, which is kind of sticky now. I'm gonna take this off with the Q-tip, and I'm gonna put on the stain from CoverGirl.
Andrea, did you do something different with your hair? Yeah, I pretty much didn't comb it today. And I did, I just didn't straighten it. I have a little bit of naturally curly hair, so it just does its own weirdness. But thank you for noticing. You look like you're 20 years old. Yes, you look so good, babe.
They were talking to you, sweetheart.
No.
You look 19. You look 18.
To you.
Thank you so much. That's
Where's
so
your
thoughtful.
favorite place to shop? Is it mostly online?
A lot of it's online. A lot of it's Nordstrom's Rack.
So happy
Dillard's, Ross, Marshalls, all of that good stuff.
Full legal name change and gender change. 16, post op at 22. That is freaking cool.
That's so great. That's your whole life, right where you need to be. Yeah, good for you. Congratulations, and I'm proud of you. That's so powerful.
And now 37. Wow, that's really cool.
So cool. I'm going to use.
His full name is Frankie Jordan. Oh, cute.
Frankie Jordan. I love that.
I love it. Somebody mentioned or questioned. Oh my gosh, you guys are a couple question mark exclamation. Yep.
We are a couple of over 25 years. 25 years, Andrea's been going, wow, what does this mean? What does this mean?
You know, it's funny that last time somebody asked if we had ever done goth, and the girls asked that too, and you remembered a time where we did go goth, and it was before anyone knew. And for the record, we bought the hair dye, and it says temporary hair dye. Well, obviously temporary doesn't mean we'll wash off after one wear. It means it's temporary, but like 6 months temporary. And so we had black hair. And by the way, we did our eyebrows as well with the hair dye, not tint. And so we were goth for quite a long time, and it cost Kevin and Allyssa a small fortune for me to go back because, yeah, that was bad. Oh, you both make me feel at home.
Thank you.
What time is it for you? It is 7:55 p.m.
7:55. And when we get done on this stream, we're going to drive to Las Vegas and spend the next couple of days there celebrating, Valentine's Day and all of the magic and good things that are going on in our life, celebrating leaving the corporate world and just gonna go, just gonna go be us for a few couple of days anyway. So
Someone
we're
said
excited for that.
goals. Thank you, Angel Cakes.
Thank you, Angel Cakes. Now, so I put this stain on. It says CoverGirl 24. I don't know, 12 hour, 16 hours.
2:55 a.m. in England.
Oh my gosh! Did you just get up for a sandwich and then there we were?
I want a
Holy
sandwich
mow!
right now.
I'll buy you a sandwich. So I put this
Vegas, yeah.
CoverGirl stain on, and you can see it's pretty sticky. So it's drying right now, and in just a second it's gonna dry, and then I'm gonna put on this shimmery piece of magic. This is like witchcraft. Cause watch, mom, you see how sticky that was? Now watch this sorcery.
Y'all should join us in Vegas. Someone's been up. Oh, Official Frankie's been up for 26 hours.
Oh my heck!
I
Don't
know how
drive.
you're awake.
Don't drive. And it's so smooth. And now I'm silky lips for about the next 30 minutes anyway. But I'll apply it again just because it's fun.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, now I can.
I don't drive anyway.
Did you? Okay, let me see. Pronouns. Mean you, anger, eyeshadow hormones. Did you first know you were different? I knew I was capable of living this life from from this big. I knew that that would be a healthy. I knew that it would be a good thing for me. Um, it didn't frustrate me that I didn't have access to it. The other life was there, but it was frustrating that I didn't have anybody to share that with. Like I just wanted to say, hey, do you guys appreciate this? Like, are these things that are meaningful to you? Um, and I couldn't. Several people have asked me about being religious, and we are religious, but one of the earlier memories that I have with regards to transgender is I remember I was baptized at the age of 8 years old, and after I was baptized, I was going, well, the feelings are still there, so it's not wrong. It can't be bad because I was just baptized and now I'm clean and everything is great. But I still know that this would be brilliant for me, and my feelings didn't change and my appetites didn't change and none of it felt bad. And I went, well, it's not bad then because I'm clean as a whistle and whatever. And it never occurred to me that it was bad, until, recently when the church comes out and says it's bad. And I went, okay. So it is apparently bad for a lot of people. It's not bad for me. And I would encourage you to be part of any community that allows you and encourages you to be your best self and to contribute, to everybody else. Um, would be my suggestion to you.
You look really pretty, babe.
Thanks, sweetheart. I love it. I love this. This wig is really, it's fantastic because it's just long. I'm loving the long hair. I love the curls. It's just hair, probably for every girl is just so important. But because of my features, because of my shoulders, my hands, because of my voice, because of everything else, the hair is super, super important. The eyes are important. The lips are important. And there's just such a congruency that I feel, when I'm dressed. That's all. Let's see. You have questions from TikTok from people? Are these this is Twitch? Oh, TikTok.
Thank you, Twitch.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm on there.
Oh,
Thank you for the rose. I've got my own wig, and it's like a blondie red color from Official Frankie.
ooh.
That's fun.
So is there a way? Is there a way like on this live stream stuff or this kind of stuff that people can like share pictures or share? Is that a thing or not? I don't even know.
Oh, I'm not sure, honey.
Hmm.
I'm not sure.
Let's see what other questions are coming from TikTok.
But who said, let us join you in Vegas?
Yes, come to Vegas.
Mm.
Come to Vegas and join us. It's gonna be so incredibly fun. So I'm gonna give you guys some. Let me just give you a little nugget, okay? That from my professional life. I want to leave everybody better than I found them. And what if I could tell you something, give you some little something that would help you at whatever job you're doing, at whatever you do, it would help you succeed and help you grow and help you advance in your career. Especially if you're in sales. I came from the sales world, and so this was a very, very big deal. Thank you for those roses. I can't even see who they're from, but thank you so much. Um, and I started thinking this a couple days ago when I was reading your comments, um, and I was looking at your usernames, going, "Wow, what does that username mean? What does this? What is this person representing? What's important to this person?" And I would start to go and I would start to look and see, how you're identifying what you're using that name for.
We're gonna go look at your wig after we're finished, official Frankie. Thank you for sharing it and tagging your wig video.
Oh, how
That's good.
sweet! Yeah, how thoughtful was that? Do you know how to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, But here is my advice to everybody out there. And it's something that you don't have to change everything that you're doing, just change one thing, but you don't have to get any better, you don't have to develop any skills. And it's simply this: use people's names and it will change your life, it will change their life. So, for instance, if you're in sales, I'll tell you how to get a 10% increase in sales. Use your client's name, use it early, and use it often. And there is something so endearing about that. You see, when you use somebody's name, um, that represents them. They could be in a conversation here, they hear their name, and you just got their attention. And the tone that you use says so much to them about how you feel about them. And if you're one of these people that say, well, I'm not good with names and so I don't use names, well, to most people it's not a reflection of you having a bad memory, it's a reflection of very important to you, because all of us remember things easier if they're important to us. So I mean, think about what a name means, think about what your name means to you, and what that represents. So names are so critical, and it doesn't matter what you're doing. We're gonna go stay in Vegas, and I'm sure that the valet people are, they're always just so great and making you feel so warm and so welcome. Like they're waiting for you the whole time, and while you're there, it's gonna be hello, Mister, Mrs. And it's just gonna be such a good experience. But names are just almost the most important word in your vocabulary is your name. And that's the same for me and it's the same for everybody else. And once you learn this, then all of a sudden your relationships change, and you know address people by who they are because they work their whole lives to be that person, and that name means something. Can you imagine if you're I don't even know what the ranks are in the military, um, but if you're a corporal and people keep calling you private, how offensive that is. You earned that. It's not who you are. Stop calling me private. It's not who I am. And our name is a reflection of who we are. I read today actually that TikTok, is changing its policies about um, not letting people name shame and using what is the word that they used actually? What is the word that they used? They used the word dead naming, or using transgender person's pre-transition name. So they're coming down. They're not allowing people to dead name. So you could, if I transition to Allyssa um, full time, they're not going to allow you to call me Kevin, because that's not a name that represents who I am. And so it's really important when you're thinking about the pronouns and you're thinking about the names. I mean, if your name is Shelly and people are calling you Karen, here's Karen, here's a Karen, here's a Karen, here's a Karen. How offensive is that? Like how would you be willing to go and help that person who you don't even care enough about to use their right name and to use it in a way that's respectful and kind and encouraging. So, you know, is using the right names and pronouns important? It is. It is for sure because we've all earned those names. We've all earned those levels of um, credit, and you have no idea, even though I don't, look fantastic, you don't know the hours and the time and the sacrifices that went into creating Alyssa. And when you come and say, oh my gosh, Alyssa, you know whatever, that name says, oh my gosh, you just recognize how much work and time and blood and sweat and tears that I put into developing the person that makes me feel this way, the person that's willing to do anything to help you. And it's just so important that that we recognize that your name is the sweetest sound that you've ever heard, and so is everybody else's. So use those names that are going to build people up, and even though you may or may not hurt me, you're going to hurt you for sure. Karma's real. Karma's real. I don't retaliate. I don't get upset. I don't say anything bad back because, well, number one, because Karma is a much better storyteller than me. Karma knows the whole story. And, not only that, I'm kind of weak. I would let everybody off the hook, and Karma's not like that. So, do yourself a favor and just be respectful and kind and spend all your time, building people up. That's the most important thing, I think,
Yeah.
for sure. Is there any more questions?
Frankie says she's obsessed with us both. My new favorite people. Oh, that's so cute. We can go on her video on live, Andrea, and can show Alyssa. We'll figure these things out. We are going to figure out how to do these things together. I need the TikTok for Dummies book so I can figure out how to do things.
Are there more questions?
She has a makeup station herself.
Oh, can they share that or?
But you're doing it and you have a makeup station, so that's good. That's very important. Uh I don't know how to do it. I need to go get Eddie.
You can't just find the comments, like scroll through the questions.
No, she's asking. We could totally join her now, but I don't know. Somebody said your voice is so soothing. How cute.
No, that's
Request to go live. Let's go. So apparently people are.
like, is that a thing? Like, what if we don't know who's on the other end of that? Like, does it
How
split our
did you
screen?
know? Somebody asked, how did you know? We'll have to try it when I know what I'm doing.
How did I know?
Mm-hmm.
How did I know what?
Probably when you were trans, or at least not knowing.
What I knew
Mm.
is that I understood at a cellular level this other environment. That I was so comfortable in this other world. Um, I haven't had any problem, in the man world. Um, the biggest problem has been internally. I mean, I come home from amazing days, um, frustrated, and I would get up in a meeting and I would give a training, and people would come up and say, "Ah, man, that's exactly what I needed. That changes everything. I can't wait to share this with so and so," and I would walk off from this huge training with this huge group of people going, "You're a fraud." Like, if they knew that this is how you would rather represent, if they knew they hear you up in the full suit and the cufflinks and the whole, bro, like the whole deal, that's not how you wanted to be addressing them at all. You wanted to be up there like in your real self, And sometimes, even though my message was good, I just felt like a fraud. I felt like nobody's ever gonna know really what I'm capable of. I'm capable of so much more than just these nice, cufflinks and whatever else. So I just felt like I was more capable than that. That's all.
Thank you. People are explaining this is who Frankie is. So you can see and we can go live with.
Oh
But
wow.
we need to figure out how. We'll do the TikTok for dummies, Frankie, and we'll have to get together.
Yeah, guys, thank you for being patient. Like literally, before a couple of weeks ago, I hadn't posted 5 things in 5 years. Like social media, it just wasn't a thing for me. I stayed away from it, because there was just too many other things to do. There was shoes to stretch out and all kinds of fun stuff. So we're gonna figure this thing out for you, so it's a good experience for you as well.
Yes. Thanks, you guys.
Absolutely.
It was fun to see a lot of people and a lot of people on Twitch and YouTube. And
All of that, right?
thank you, everyone.
Yeah, so
It's been
good.
so good.
Let's see. Is this on this stream?
Welcome to socials.
Let's
Thank you.
see.
I think we've answered those.
Have we answered all of those?
Yeah.
Wow. And really nobody wanted to make a mean comment this week. That was nice. I mean, no one made one last week either, but they almost did.
There
And
was a couple, but
oh, there was. Was there
I
was there some mean
scrolled
spirited?
on past those.
No, no, we should address them.
No, we've been told not to by your social media gurus.
Oh no, I don't mind. If they have a question, I'd like to answer it.
It's not a question.
It's a
It
statement.
was yeah, yeah. Who said try more wigs?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's kind of can't get to right now because this desk is in the way of the whole cabinet of wigs. But yes, we will try
Why
new
do you think,
wigs.
yeah, why do you think that people would come on and just choose to spend their time watching something that they didn't agree with or didn't appreciate? Like, why would you spend I can't imagine me watching something that I simply didn't agree with or participating in something that was offensive to me. Interesting
Thank you.
that they would want to do that. It's
Alyssa, you were so genuine. I just love your spirit. Hi,
oh,
Sam.
thank you.
She said a beautiful. Try your fedora on with your wig. It'll be easy. I can help
The
you with
fedora,
that.
yeah, let me see that.
Because it's kind of not really a fedora, but kind of. It's, you have to put it on
Mm-hmm.
because it's backwards. So.
Hmm. It's a little
Cute,
small.
cute. It's okay. It's pretty.
Am I?
I'll have to get some other hats of yours
So good.
up here. You can try them on.
I would like to know. I should ask the people who don't have nice things to say. I need to ask them just what is it that's so offensive. That's what I would like to know. If is that person still like on with us? Like I would. What did they say was offensive? Like I would like to know what it is about me that challenges them, because of who I am challenges who you are. The problem is not me. I promise you. So what is if you help me understand what it is that is about me that challenges you? Gosh, let me walk you through this thing.
Someone said, nice costume, bro. That's why I don't bring up those things. Like,
Baby,
what?
no, 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 baby. He's talking about my suit back there
Oh,
on the
yes,
rack.
yes.
That's the costume. That's the costume I've been wearing for
That someone said,
20 years. Thank you for noticing my suit back there.
they're unhappy people and they're mad that you're living your best life and they are not. God bless you. Jesus loves you just as you are, as does the Father you are created.
Oh, wow, that's
Just as
powerful.
you're
Thank
meant to
you.
be. That's so true.
That's so powerful. Thank
I
you.
love that.
What a see. That's that kind of support. Just it just wasn't available very long ago. I'm just so happy for all of these new kids that are coming up and have people that will wrap their arms around them and say, "It's okay. Come here. We'll protect you. We got you. You got this. Let's just do it right, and let's do it right now." I'm so happy with where we're growing as a society.
Yep. People are just insecure. You're beautiful inside and out.
No, thank you.
Oh, we got some cool mirror sent to us.
I got a mirror.
Somebody
I
has a
like
joke.
mirrors. Oh, it's a joke.
Why did the rooster go to KFC? To see the chicken strip.
The chicken strip.
Thank you. We need some humor along with our stuff. Somebody agrees with you for sure. And there's a lot of people watching. Somebody said much love to you both. If you need or want to learn more, get in touch with me.
I do want to
Yes,
learn more.
we do need help. Our
I
kids
want to learn
can't
more.
help us every night. Um, Granny says that you are beautiful. You look happy. That's all that matters. Just keep shining. Love the happiness in your face.
Oh, thank you.
Um, most trans women have feminine voices. Is that by choice or side effects of hormones or treatments? Oh my goodness, you're both beautiful. Thank you. Can't wait to go on their live with us. Thank you, Frankie.
The voice is very interesting because we have a trans community that we've spent a lot of time in, and some of them have very high voices. Some of them have they're older individuals, and their voices are simply not going to get high. And there was a period of time when I was starting to try to raise my voice up a little bit. And there are a lot of programs that you can buy to help you do that. Um, I didn't get into that. The same reason why I didn't watch videos on how to walk like a girl, because I decided that if I started trying to walk like other people, that I would never learn to walk like myself, and my voice was the same. I would be so I would be so concerned that my walk was off and my voice was off and my movements were off and whatever else, that I wouldn't just get to organically develop into the person that I've never had a chance to develop into. So I've been very careful not to adopt things that would seem feminine or girly or whatever else, because I wanted my this transition to be very organic, and I don't want to develop into somebody else. I want to develop into me, and my voice is can go a lot lower than it is now. So as a guy, the power comes from your lower diaphragm. So if I'm in front of a room and I'm just in talking as a man, I'll be talking from my lower diaphragm. Well, right now I'm speaking all from my upper diaphragm. So it's hard to get really low when you're only speaking from your upper diaphragm. So that softens my voice a little without sounding like Minnie Mouse. I mean, I can go really high and do all this stuff, but then it becomes very distracting. It gets uncomfortable for you, and it gets uncomfortable for me because my voice is breaking and I can't hold that pitch for that long. And halfway through the night, I'm changing characters because my voice. So what I'm trying to do is just speak from my upper diaphragm, uh, in a tone that I can carry for an extended period of time, and just I don't know. That's where I'm at so far. Yes, question.
Um, are so says so you're a male? Question mark. Um,
Right, right now, right now I'm Alyssa.
did your wife have a problem at first with your transition? It was hard, obviously, because I was transitioning her with her myself. I was transitioning in a way of, some people call it mourning a spouse, some people call it transitioning with your spouse, and I've been transitioning with her for a while now. Was it always beautiful and magical like it is right now? Not always, because I was confused and it was hard for me. It was hard for her. It was hard for family. It was hard for emotions and those type of things, but I wasn't ever mad. I was always confused a little bit. I was, you know, trying to figure it out myself. There was no books, like we've said, to go and read and figure out what it's like to have a trans spouse. And we've just kind of figured it out on our own so far, and ups and downs all the way through, just like any type of marriage. But we're here now and we're together, and um, I'm her wife now. Well, while she's dressed, I'm her wife, and vice versa. I mean, not legally, but you know,
Yeah, very hard. That's gonna be very hard for you, hon. I'm so, gosh, you just
I'm
been,
like John Travolta when he was in Hairspray. Yeah, yeah.
um, yeah, this is not the person that she agreed to marry. She agreed to marry
You look
somebody
great.
much more masculine and all of those
Yes.
things. And so, you know, we get
She
into
had the
it.
choice. Yes, I did have the choice. I had the choice to stay, I had the choice to support, and vice versa. So, sorry.
No,
More
that's
questions?
great. No, that's great. But remember that choice didn't come till a little bit later. Because when we got married, all I could say is, "Hey, look, I have this really deep understanding of this other world." It wasn't, "Hey, look, I want to be a girl. I want to, transition." There wasn't any of that. It was just, "Hey, I really feel like I have a really good understanding. Like this other world makes me feel very valuable." Right after we were married, we went with Henry's family, and we went to Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Oh, you should not tell him that yet. I have a picture of it. I found it.
You did?
Well, we'll talk about that next week on Monday. I
Okay.
love the support. Did you always kind of know? I think I can answer for her. I mean, as young as she can remember, I think she always knew. She just didn't really know the terms. Um, um, did you get the snip and flip?
I don't even know what that means.
Well, I do. Well, hormones, not surgery. We'll just do that. Okay. Are you thinking about surgery?
No.
Is your If your wife isn't overly attracted to a female, then what? Here's the thing. This is my spouse, and whether or not she's dressed as a female or a male, I'm attracted to that person. And it could be just like any other relationship. I could be in the mood for Allyssa and I could be in the mood for Kevin, or vice versa. Some days I tell Kevin, hey, I need Allyssa right now. I need to talk to her. I need to vent. I need this. I need that. And she's my best friend. But sometimes she's my spouse as well. So, yes, I'm attracted to woman,
Them.
to them. So, yeah, thank you. Now I'm lost track. Bless you. You're beautiful. Somebody said to block them. Well, then just don't freaking watch. I don't need to block you.
Well, or don't go. Stick around. Maybe you'll get to the point where you're more comfortable and you understand that it's not deviant. It's reality. It's, you haven't had to wake up and justify what you were wearing to anybody probably your entire life. And suddenly, I have to justify how I'm feeling and what I'm wearing when, you haven't ever had to justify, you know, who you are. So it's, stick around. Maybe you can help.
Someone said, I love how cis white straight men are in here trying to draw attention to themselves.
Cis
Move
white men.
along, they said. What does your wife do for a living? Well, I might have quit my job too. Um, I quit. Worked at a medical spa. I'm a master esthetician, and now I work from home and I do lash extensions and facials and different other things, waxing, the stuff you can do from home, pedicures, manicures, all the good stuff to keep this beautiful girl up.
Well, you quit your other job, but you've had your own salon here
Sure,
for you've had
sure.
your own
I'm
salon
just
for
not at the
10 years.
medical spa
Right,
anymore.
right.
I
All of her
miss
work.
it and I miss the people, but it was time to get my health back in order and have time to stay home with grandbaby and also have time to help Allyssa with her new venture, our new venture. Um, Girl, had me shook. So gorgeous. What's your favorite shoe
Thank you.
color? Oh, someone asked if you like men or women or both.
Yeah, I'm in to my wife only.
You just popped up on my For You page and just wanted to say that I love your hair. You're so
Oh,
cute.
it's so sweet. Thank
Feels
you.
like social engineering. Wow. Okay.
Well, we know
So,
what we're going to talk about
what's your favorite
we'll
color?
talk about social engineering soon.
Yeah,
That's a
for sure.
very interesting topic. You know, what causes this? No, we're going to talk about that. I've spent a ton of time.
Thank you for the heart.
Thank you for that art. How fun was that? Who was that?
um, it. I need to know how to go back and look that.
Guys, we're sorry. We want to give you so much credit. It takes us an
Somebody's
hour and a half to watch 60 minutes, but we're glad you're here.
full on unique relationship and we make it work. Thank you. Great looking women. I think you may be gender fluid. Um,
You know, that's a good point. Gender fluid, you know, and I refer to myself as
I got psychic
transgender.
twins. We have been
Oh,
married for
goals.
25 years, so
Oh my
we
gosh, if
can,
I could be
we
that
can.
beautiful. Please, goals.
Oh,
You know, gender fluid, again,
thank you.
transgender is a spectrum. You know, you could be
Oh,
here, you could be here, here, here,
hold
here,
on, hold on, hold on. Where'd it go?
and maybe you're gender fluid here. I use
Ellie
transgender
Garcia
because
sent the heart. Thank you.
oh, you found it, Ellie Garcia. Thank you so much. Um, would I do I fit into the definition of gender fluid? Probably so. You know, there's probably several different pronouns that I would probably comfortably fit into, but I use the word transgender because I want to be an example to the whole deal. I'm hell no, this is how gender fluid people think. No, look, you know, if you're trans, that means that you appreciate or can identify with something that's outside of a traditional role. That's all. It's an ability. It's not a disability. I have the ability to understand this world on a cellular level, and it's a beautiful thing for me. That doesn't make me dangerous. It doesn't make me deviant. It makes me whole. It gives me perspective that a lot of people don't have. My perspective is this wide, and I can relate to a lot of different people, and that's special. You know, I have many more friends than I do enemies.
Um, we have Alyssa. Her name is spelled Elissa. And
Oh, I
she
love
loves your
that.
name.
I love that.
She says,
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Thank you, Alyssa.
I love that.
Um, again, somebody said, I would divorce my husband. I just wouldn't be able to see him as a woman. You are strong. Well, thank you. It's been a long time of not having anyone to tell me that because it's been our little secret for a long time. But
And then that would probably be the right move for a
we're
lot of
kind of
relationships.
ignoring this person, so no, we're not blind. And I don't. I'll block you later. Somebody said I
Why would they
love
say?
you,
I mean,
love your makeup. And the depth of perception is beautiful and rare. Thank you.
thank you.
They don't
What a
want the
sweet comment.
trash coming up on their feed, so but that's okay. Just scroll past. We do have a YouTube official Frankie, so yes, we'll have to get that.
Well, so the handle, the username on all of the platforms is the same.
Thank you,
Trans
Ellie.
underscore Allyssa.
Thank you for the
That's what the
glitter. The gift for oh my gosh, I need glasses. I'm sorry.
I have glasses.
Yes, thank you. Man, I should
A couple of old ladies.
use this. Oh, that's way better. Thank you. Keeping you and sharing your story. I'm glad I found you on my feed.
Oh, that is so nice. Thank you.
Lisa. Love
Love
your
your makeup.
makeup.
Thank you. Is he blind? I
Absolutely
don't understand
stunning.
what does that mean? Is he blind?
No, he wants to. Don't worry about it. Amber Amberlyn said, "I've learned so much from your perspective. Thank you."
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Hello, friends. Hi, Amy. I love you. Someone says that you're just confused.
Confused about what?
I don't think so.
No, but confused about what? I mean, I would say, look, I know exactly how I feel, and you can probably see it in my eyes. My question to you is, what makes
Ooh.
you be your best self? What is it that you could do? Who is it that you become that changes your whole outlook, your whole perspective? I feel like I'm sometimes the only one who's not confused. I know exactly how to treat people. I know exactly what's good for me. I know exactly what I need to do. Sometimes I really feel like I'm the only one not confused. Everybody else is looking here and there, trying to figure out who they are, and I'm going to stumble on my best self. But this still is not about discovering yourself or finding yourself, it's about creating yourself. But the first step to getting what you want is knowing what you want. I know what I want. What is it that you want? I don't. The confused. I'm a lot of things, and confused. I don't know is one of them.
And happy don't go hand in hand. Thank you.
Sick and
What's
happy.
your pronoun? People are asking that haven't been on.
When I'm dressed as Alyssa, then she. When I'm
Did
dressed
you?
as a man, then he.
What's your opinion on Leah Thomas, the trans swimmer?
My opinion is, and I expressed this a little bit earlier, so I apologize to everyone who's still here who had to hear it twice. But my opinion is that you should only get to compete in sports with people who experience the same um, puberty as you did. So if you experienced a male puberty, then it would be only males that you could compete with physically. If you experienced a female puberty, then you should be competing with people who also experienced a female puberty because that is where the physical development happens. That's where all the switches get turned on. That's going to establish, the strength, the stand, all of these different things. So, I support everybody in their ability to identify how they want, but I don't support an unfair advantage in a
Hundred
identity,
percent agree. 100% agree. Good job.
issue. So, leave it as an identity thing. It's not about a capability thing. What you're capable of got determined for the most part when you went through puberty. That has nothing to do with.
Thank you. Someone finally makes sense. You look beautiful and are a beautiful person. Absolutely agree.
Oh,
100% agree.
thank you.
And I agree with Alyssa as well because I have children and grandchildren that I would want, you know, I wouldn't want that. Yeah, that's all. It's a very good explanation. The very best explanation I've ever heard. Very well said. Thank you, you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, the same. So the same thoughts as Caitlyn Jenner
You know,
about the swimmer.
I don't know. I'm not sure what Caitlin's thoughts are exactly. I don't. I don't know.
I think she does believe that you should you should compete with the gender you were born with.
That's Caitlin's
So,
opinion.
so what to say to 11-year-old girl how to cope with friend wanting to be trans? I said she's still the same person. She is the same person, but it is hard and confusing.
She's the same person. You just haven't seen her happy yet. So if she's your friend and she's trans and you haven't seen her dressed, then you haven't seen her at her happiest. The greatest part is going to be when you see her, being her, and then you're going to go, oh my gosh, this person is special, and they're so bright and they're so encouraging. And have you ever met a mean trans person? I mean, maybe if you got them, after they'd been beat up, by a lot of ignorant people. But really, there's no trans people running around going, you're ugly, you're a jerk, you're bad, it's just not out there. It's
They
just
love the look in
they
the
just They're just trying to be their best selves, and they can appreciate the struggle of becoming that person and the struggle of
Thank
trying to
you for
win
the
people
five
over. It's tough.
star. Someone says, I love your top. Sam asked where you got it. Mhm. Your top is actually a dress. It's from
This is a dress. I'll show you,
this
and then we'll.
friend is trans and went through the transition, male to female with her. I love her so much more than she knows.
Oh,
So cute.
that's so lucky. That person is so lucky to have you. They're so lucky. You know, there's so many critics. It's so easy to be a critic. It's so easy to
So
get on and say ignorant things. But man, good coaches are hard to find. Someone who can encourage, someone that can give you some advice and just keep cheering you on when there's so many critics out there. Guys, thank you for being here. I
I
bet
will block
everybody
you
who's here,
soon, dude.
it's okay. It's all right. He's not going to diminish anything.
Thank you for showing me how.
Just be a coach. That's all. I'm not a critic.
Yeah. Um, what's your favorite fruit? That's something.
Mmm.
What a
I,
pretty face you
I
have.
love me some peaches. Love me some cherries. I love all fruits and vegetables. The truth is, I love all of those things. I'm a fruits and vegetables. Hey, look at this.
Okay,
Did you do that?
I'll be back. I'm going to block someone, but Addie's gonna show me.
We don't have to block them. They're just.
Addie.
Oh shoot! I don't have any sound. I see somebody. I have no sound. Shoot. Well, she went to go block somebody, and I don't even know what that means. But um, guys, I know it's getting late. There's another feed up right now that I'm trying to see, but I don't have the sound. That's the official Frankie. That's awesome. I look forward
Love you.
to talking to Frankie.
It's like that. That's
You did it?
That's
Don't you feel like that was mean spirited to just boot somebody out?
people were saying that they're ruining vibe. We don't want to ruin vibe.
Dude, no one's ruining my vibe. That's not even a thing.
Well,
You can't. I feel amazing.
I know you do, but I don't want to. I don't want to read them.
Right on.
All right.
Well, babe,
Thanks
look,
for
it's.
calling me, babe. Though. Thank you. Thank you. You're
Well,
welcome for blocking you.
well, sweetie, is it 8:39? Is there still people there? Is it just me and you talking to each other?
No. Someone said you're so beautiful.
Oh,
Hi,
thank you.
from London. Oh my goodness.
Really? We should go to London.
I hear you. Yes. Is there a normal age people realize they want to be defined as a different gender?
You know, I don't think that it's age specific. I think it's individual specific. You know, we all this newer group, you know, they're 3, 4, 5, 6 years old going, no, I'm not putting on pants. That's not gonna happen. That's not a healthy thing for me. So, you know, they don't have a choice but to transition very, very early. They realize that this other environment, this boy environment or this girl environment that's opposite of whatever they were born as, it's
Scotland.
simply dangerous for them. And the sooner they recognize it, the question is not what caused it. See, this is why there's so little of understanding. People want to know, well, what caused it? Is it the vaccines? Is it the cloud seeding or the
Yes, thank you.
chemtrails? Is it the diet? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The reality is that it's here. The question is, what will satisfy it? That's the only question that really needs to be answered. If you have some trans person in your life, the question is, what will satisfy it? How can I support you in a way that you can get to where you need to be without pushing you further than you have to go? I think that at least some of the older generation, some of us that are capable of living over here, and we've lived over here, and now we're kind of getting a chance to live over here. It's really easy to go too far over here just to prove no, I really am trans. Let me just have the surgery. Let me just do everything because people will think I'm a liar if I don't. If I don't do all of this, then everyone, no one's going to believe me. Who cares? No one's going to believe you anyway. That's what you got to understand right now. Nobody's going to believe you. Not only that, they don't care how you got this way, why you think this way. It's really not important to anybody. So, I would say go at your own organic speed, and when it feels uncomfortable, then dial it back, and that's where you are. That's where you are in this spectrum, whether you're gender fluid. Or this is why the pronouns may change for people over time as they progress, as they allow themselves to understand it, as other people will understand it and encourage them. So there is a progression, just like every single person has to their life. And it's just about, hey, what will satisfy what I need to be, and what do I need to do so that I feel whole. It's not going all the way for a lot of people, but for a lot of the younger people, it's going all the way, and it's going all the way right now. And good for them for not having to split their life and their reality. Good for them for not having to explain later why they're so amazing. They just get to live it their whole life. But that wasn't my reality. That's not the time I was born, so I don't regret not being born then. This was my reality, and I'll never have small hands and small shoulders, and cute whatever. But you know what? I'll always be as pretty as I can be, and that will be enough for me.
Hello again from Russia. Some
Oh,
phantom of poetry said, "Just be you. You're a blessed person."
thank
Yes,
you.
every
Thank you.
human being deserves a chance to be genuinely happy. This is true.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
awesome. You
Well,
look like a Muslim. Are you a Muslim?
no. Not in a bad way, no. Just no, I'm not.
You're so pretty. I feel we all have divine instincts, masculine and feminine. Feminine, yes, we
Yeah,
do.
I agree. I agree 100%. 100%.
Mm, but you're gorgeous. Your soul shines. Yay.
Oh,
Thank you
thank you.
guys.
Thank you so much.
I think this is,
It?
I wish, yeah. All right.
All
I
right.
think that is all the
Guys, thank you
questions
for
for now.
what a great night. What great questions. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the questions. Hey, all you mean-spirited people out there, look, keep coming back. I think the more you understand it, the more, you know, I get it. It's not right for you. I completely understand that, and that's okay. It doesn't need to be right for you. But you know what? You better figure it out, because the way that this still is going, it's going to be in your family for sure. And it might not be today. It might be years from now when you're sitting in your chair and your little grandson comes up to you, 4 or 5 years old, wraps his arms around you and says, "Grandpa, guess what I'm going to be when I grow up?" And you're going to go, "What?" And he's going to go, "A girl. I'm going to be a girl." And what comes out of your mouth next is going to influence that child for the rest of their life. You will crush them, or you will create something in them that allows them to endure all of the hate that they're going to experience from people who aren't interested in protecting them like a grandfather. And in that moment, you need to be able to say something that's empowering, because there's going to be tough times for that child. And when everyone else is mocking and tearing down, they're going to say, "You know what? My grandpa believed in me, and he's never wrong." So, what your understanding, it's not for you. It's for somebody else that needs to be supported by you at some point. You know, COVID went through my family recently, and I went out and I bought a whole vitamin regimen of these different supplements and things, um, that a lot of people haven't heard of. And I had it all laid out on the counter, and my daughter comes in and she's like, what's all this whack? Oh, that's dad's whack. It's for, his COVID, supplement. Well, at some point, she got COVID as well. And we were talking to her on the phone. She's like, "Oh, I got to go take more of dad's whack. I can feel it wearing off right now. So I'm going to go take more of dad's whack right now." So it is all whack until you need it. And then when you need it, it's there. Wouldn't you rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it? Because there's people in your life that are counting on you to have a better answer than you're dumb, you're ugly, you're crazy, you're stupid. There's going to be people that are important to you that are going to expect more than that of you. So, maybe your patience, maybe you can grow beyond the level of your own competence right now. Not for me,
Whack is where it's
but
at.
for whoever it is in your life, whenever that is. It probably won't be today, but wouldn't you like to be ready to your people? All right, baby, let's shut her down.
Someone asked about your painting,
The painting on the back
the
wall.
picture behind you.
You know what? I love that painting. I was just in a mall. I was traveling through California, and I stopped in a mall, and there was a store that just an art store that was in there, and on the bottom you can see that Chinese kanji, but on the bottom this picture is called Purgatory, and which has kind of a maybe a negative connotation to some, but it was so inspiring to me when I saw that, because here's somebody, a girl who probably was not, you know especially back in those days of the swords and the, samurai in Japan, that wasn't the traditional role or activity that person would be doing. But when war comes, when you have to go through hell or purgatory,
She looks
I
badass.
just I just want to I want to represent that moment like that. I want to be there. It's okay to be bloody. You can't see it, but she's bloody, but she's still there, and she's just resting. And if I go through hell, I want to do it like that, with the sword ready to go beyond the level or limits of my own competence right now. And so that just inspires me to just get through hell and do it in a classy, in a pretty way. That's all.
Yes. Um, you're so well spoken. Love listening to you. Do your coworkers support you, or did they support you when you were working?
My coworkers were amazing. They were absolutely amazing. Um, and yes, I had one company, when I told them, I thought that was gonna to get out, and I wanted, because of the position that I held. I went into, HR, and told the executives, look, you're probably gonna hear this, because this is how I